Hi everybody, Karen Lohoff again, and this is the fifth and last paragraph of the self-confidence formula. It reads, I fully realize that no wealth or position can long endure unless built upon truth and justice. Therefore, I will engage in no transaction which does not benefit all whom it affects. I will succeed by attracting to myself the forces I wish to use and the cooperation of other people. I will induce others to serve me because of my willingness to serve others. I will eliminate hatred, envy, jealousy, selfishness, and cynicism by developing love for all humanity, because I know that a negative attitude towards others can never bring me success. I will cause others to believe in me because I will believe in them and in myself. I will sign my name to this formula, commit it to memory, and repeat it aloud. I believe it reads once a day. I put twice a day. I read it morning and night. And I've heard people that read it as many as 14 times a day, which probably works pretty well. With full faith and thankfulness that it influences my thoughts and actions so that I am becoming a self-reliant and successful person. I probably switched that around a little bit from the way he said it, because I believe in the power of I am, saying I am. And, so if you read this and it says you become a self-reliant person, understand that I do try to personalize for myself all these things. I am becoming a self-reliant and a successful person. Realize, as it says in chapter 3, the third paragraph up here, I know through the principle of autosuggestion any desire that I persistently hold in my mind will eventually seek expression through some practical means of attaining the object back of it. And so in terms of the number of times that you read this to yourself, or better, if you can have a partner. I just spoke with someone and we've agreed to be accountability partners for the next week, just to kind of see how that works out, and we just kind of made up the rules for that. But if you have a partner, if one of you could read this out loud, actually I think the very best thing I've ever heard is someone who has recorded it. I'm sure lots of people do this. Recorded it and then take it with them either on walks or in the car as they drive, and they listen to it and speak the words that they have memorized along with it, because it's speaking to their subconscious and it's speaking to their conscious mind, and I do encourage you to do all of that. You can end this video right here, or I'm going to comment on the part, I will eliminate hatred, envy, jealousy, selfishness, and cynicism by developing love for all humanity, because I know that a negative attitude towards others can never bring me success. Personally, I think for myself, if I were just to pay attention to this one paragraph, and I have done quite a bit of it, a lot can be accomplished. I had never seen myself as a person who is jealous. Envious sometimes, but who knows if there's really all that much difference between the two. But I'd never seen myself jealous. I'd not seen myself with hatred. I'd not seen myself with selfishness, cynicism, I'll admit to. But I spent some time with someone, like months, who needed someone in their home to be there for them and to do some, making sure that the medications were out and ready and correct. making sure the meals were out and ready and okay, and but basically pretty much just be there. And I am not at all proud to say this, but I became very, very negative in that situation and negative towards that individual. And when I left, I'm wondering now, I don't know that I ever thought about it this way, but it wouldn't surprise me at all if at least the same number of months, if not more, every so now and then this individual would pop into my head. I'm sure we've all had the experience of, whoa, haven't thought about that person for a while. There they are in your head. And when that would occur, I would realize my mind would get going. Like, that's interesting when you can see your subconscious on this rutted path of this and this and this and this and this. And I could not get her out of my mind for the longest time. And it was an amazement to me. Of course, it was a problem for me. It was something, though, that I just really had not ever experienced before. And I realized that I've said this before, gone to the dark side. So when it talks about eliminating hatred, envy, jealousy, selfishness, and cynicism, I look at that and I think, okay, this is for me. This is something I need to think about. This is something I need to do. Because the negative attitude, there's no way it could have brought me success. There's no way it could have brought me to a point where anybody would want to spend time around me. And I can definitely see no success there. It's interesting because I have highlighted in red those words, right smack dab in the middle. The way to do that, the way to eliminate hatred, envy, jealousy, selfishness, and cynicism, by developing love for all humanity. And then the words, because I know a negative attitude towards others can never bring me success. I don't know about you, but it certainly brought me pause to think. By developing a love for all humanity, isn't that kind of a stretch? All humanity? By developing a love for all humanity. Okay, so if I find that a challenge, do I want to give up on the money I want? By the way, I had written out how I'd come to the money amount I had and agreed that that's how the money would be spent. First time ever in my life, that, of course, first time ever that kind of money, but first time ever planning out, I need this, I want that, I want that, this is what's going to happen next, I want to, start paying people back that I owe, I want to do it in this way. I encourage you to take a look at that. If you think that sounds interesting at all, I encourage you to try it for yourself. And this is it. You've now heard my major definite purpose read and what you fill in for that, and you've read my self-confidence formula. And I've given you on the one page the free downloads. I think it starts out free downloads, so you can't miss that blog post. And I encourage you to get yourself on the call, and you'll hear other people, you'll hear their experiences, you'll hear why these things work, and why so many of the people who are successful are clear believers. Bye.